This is a great recipe that I'm going to make for you. It's my Szechuan noodles. Now, it's two components. So I make the noodles in my Maggi mix and I also make the sauce. And it is so easy to do. I'll show you how. We start with some flour. 3 cups of flour go into the Maggi Mix Cook Expert. Now, the next thing I'll add is my sesame oil. Also, we need some water. So I'll add a cup of warm water to the mixture like that. And to flavour it all up and make it nice and tasty, of course, we need some salt. A good pinch of salt on that. Now, all you need to do is pop the lid on and lock it into place. And then we go down to the menu down the bottom here. Now, this is what you need to do. Go to the baking menu here and press OK. Once you've got that, we're going to make a bread brioche, which is very similar to a noodle dough. And the only thing we need to do now is press start and get it going. It'll mix the dough together until it comes together beautifully and then knead it till it's perfectly kneaded. Oh, there we go. You can see the dough has been kneaded beautifully. It's nice and soft. Just pull all those little bits of dough out, put them together like that, and then pop them onto the bowl. Now that's got to rest for about 10 minutes or so, which will give me plenty of time to wash this bowl out and get ready to make the sauce. It's delicious and easy. To make this sauce, you grab your Cook Expert and you grab a little plate of onions, chilli, garlic and ginger and you slide it straight into the bowl. Now to help lubricate it and give it some flavour, I'll pour some extra virgin olive oil in here. Now I'll also add some mince. I'm using some chicken mince this time, which will taste delicious. We just pop the lid straight on like this, and to get things started, we go to the front plate here. It's already on Expert, so it knows I'm around. We just press OK. And then it's going to go around on speed 3, which is exactly what I want. I just need to set the temperature. So I press the plus button here and take that temperature all the way up to 140 degrees. That's at 140. Now the simple thing now, or maybe the hardest thing, is just press start. After a few minutes, oh, it smells fantastic. It's time to add the rest of the ingredients. I've got some Szechuan peppercorns, great for this dish, and some gochujang, which is a Korean paste. I love using this in all my dishes. And some crispy chili sauce with some oil. I love that one, and you can get that in most supermarkets. And also to sweeten it up, I'm using some coconut sugar, about 1/4 teaspoon of that, about a cup of chicken stock in there, and some soy sauce because we need lots and lots of flavour. A good drizzle of that, about 2 tablespoons, and some sesame oil, just a little bit because it is quite strong and we don't want to overpower it. Now it's time to let it simmer. But before we do that, I'll put the coriander and the spring onions in here so they mix up beautifully. On goes the lid, lock it into place. At 110, it'll simmer beautifully. With the speed, we want it to turn around gently, so I'll turn that down to 2A. So it'll turn for a bit and stop, just like using a regular wooden spoon. And the time I'll set to 10 minutes, which is the perfect amount of time to cook the sauce, and I reckon I'll have the noodles rolled out and ready to cook. There we go. Once you've rolled it out nice and thin, it's just a matter of cutting the noodles. Here's my tip. I put plenty of flour on the noodles and then fold it up a few times and make sure you flour in between. Now, with a sharp knife, you can cut your noodles any size you like. I like my noodles a little bit thicker, and by putting the flour in between, it'll stop them from sticking together. Now, this amount of dough will feed about 4 people. But I'm really hungry, so I reckon I'll get through most of it. Now, any dough that's left over, you can wrap it in cling film and pop it in the fridge, or you can cut it, put it on a tray and into the freezer. Now, my water's boiling here, and it's just a matter of putting a heap of salt in there so it's nice and tasty. In go the noodles. Wiggle them around because you don't want them to stick together. Okay, stir around the noodles, and you can see they're cooking really quickly. Basically, as soon as they come to the boil, they're cooked. Pick them up like this. Look at that. Nothing beats fresh noodles. A great looking fresh noodle, nice and white and clean. Look at that. Plenty of noodles in there. That's enough to feed at least me and a couple of other people. Last little bit, and then of course we need the sauce. We need it to taste really, really good. So off comes the lid, Oh, that smells fantastic. And I want you to have a look at it. This beautiful sauce, which is rich and colourful, lots of chicken in there, lots of chili in there, lots of my favourite things. And it's just a matter of spooning it over the top of the noodles. On it goes like that. And this is not how we leave it. We like to garnish it up. So I've got some fresh coriander and some spring onion on there. And we've got some deep fried shallots to give it a bit of crunch as well. On that goes. And of course, some roasted garlic. A little bit of that because we love our garlic. I'll just pick up that noodle there. Make sure I get that long noodle. It's a little bit messy, but really delicious. Lots of flavour in there and those freshly cooked noodles, all cooked in the Magimix Cook Expert. How easy is that?